I'm Ryan Thompson, Assistant AD for Athletic Communications here at Davenport University. And we're here talking with the men's basketball program, Head Coach Burt Paddock and Senior Dyllon Hudson-Emory. We're here to talk about the postseason. The team won the GLIAC Championship regular season, 25-3 overall, and 12 consecutive wins heading into the postseason. Coach, at what point in the season did you say to yourself, we can really win this thing?
Probably on Saturday when it was all over with. But, early on in the season, we felt really good about our team. I think we felt good about it last year as we went through the process of our first year, had some injuries, had a lot of kids sitting out. We felt really good about our talent level coming into this year. It was all about chemistry and stuff. And first couple of games kind of told me that we were in a good spot. I remember a game that Dylan played early in the year against Rockhurst where the one game this year, he didn't have an unbelievable game. He didn't score. And after the game, I remember in the locker room, I remember walking in and wanted to see what Dylan's emotions would be like. It's a tough thing for a guy that's known to be such a great scorer and player for different teams. And when I came in, he was the cheerleader and was fired up and stuff. And when I saw that, I just knew that our chemistry was not going to be a problem. And if that wasn't a problem, then we had a lot of good things were going to happen for us throughout the course of the year because the talent wasn't the problem.
Sure. Go through the emotions, getting to cut down the nets, and what that felt like, knowing that we're only in our second year in the NCAA and in the GLIAC.
Well, it's a great feeling for me just because I know our kids have worked so incredibly hard, and for them to get that opportunity to go up on the ladder and cut it down, and for us to get to involve other people that are sitting there watching, from our radio guy to our PA announcer to Devin, who used to be a part of our staff and stuff. It's just awesome. Not necessarily for me cutting the net down, but just all the other people that play a role in what we're doing and seeing the smile on their faces, and the cheerleaders when you cut off a piece and give it to them, or a parent of a kid that's not even playing here anymore that comes to all of our games, and giving hugs and almost crying after the game because they're just so excited about the direction of our program. Makes you feel really good as a coach.
Besides staying healthy, obviously there's other factors that go into having this kind of a record. What have been some keys to the turnaround this year?
Well, I think just unselfishness. We talk about that with our team all the time. I think our team, we've got 4, 5, 6 different kids on our team that on any given night could get 20 points, and yet I don't think it ever matters to them who does it. It's just hopefully somebody does it because obviously somebody's got to score to win the game. But I think that's a huge thing for our team. I think there's a lot of very talented teams in the GLIAC. I don't even know if we're the most talented team, although we have a whole lot of talent. But I think our unselfishness and our willingness to share the basketball and our willingness to help each other on the defensive end of the floor and stuff like that is second to none, and a big reason why we're able to pull it out and win the conference this year.
Sure. 12 in a row. How do you keep the guys grounded? How do you keep them focusing on the next game?
Well, it's a whole new tournament. I think that's actually an easy thing for me because I got such a driven group, which is obviously by our regular season accomplishments. I think they understand. We're all 0-0 now. Northwood's just as good as we are. They have just as good a chance to win the conference tournament as we do. You got to put your best foot forward now. You got to forget about what happened before. And I think our team, even though we're 12-0, I think we're hitting our best basketball right now. We haven't shot the ball real well here lately, but yet our defense is actually being as good as it's been all year. And so I know at this point we'll have a refocus to ourselves to where I think we're going to start making shots. If we continue to play defense the way we have the last couple of weeks, we're lights out. I think we have a good shot at this thing.
Mm-hmm. And then having Dylan on the team this year, I know he had to sit out last year. What has it been like to have him on the court in the locker room? What kind of influence has he been to the guys?
Well, it's been a blessing every day, whether it's practice or games or in travel or whatever it is. He's just a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed guy, and he's always kind of keeping things light, and he'll laugh. And when he scores baskets, I think one of my favorite things of any player I've ever coached is when he makes a basket, he'll point upstairs and get a big smile on his face and look over at the bench and say, hey, let's go. And it just energizes the group. And I see a smile come on your face. It's just the more people you can get like that in your program, the more excited people get about things and the passion they have for playing. It kind of feeds off onto everybody else, and everybody else starts to get that way. And that's more than any basket he's made or any big-time rebound that he got or any of that type of stuff. That infectious enthusiasm that he has for the game has just been such a huge thing, not only for our coaching staff but for our team.
Mm-hmm. Dylan, for you did have to sit out last year. What kind of a learning experience was that for you?
It was a big one, having to sit out. Never had to sit out and miss a season of basketball before at all. But, a big thing for me was my IQ, I think, grew. And I learned to, not only score the basketball, but learn to play a little defense here and there. So, but, it was just big for me to get accustomed to the team and how Coach Paddock runs things. So it was great for me.
Playing a team for the third time is never easy, and you got Northwood coming in here tomorrow night. Do you approach the game differently? Is there something like we didn't do this aspect of the game really well in the first 2 meetings that you guys have focused on a little bit?
You know, I'm just going off what Coach Paddock said. I think we're just going to keep staying the course. You know, there's always things we can keep working on. Defense has been big. Just hopefully we start knocking down some shots. But we've been playing really well as of late, and as long as we keep doing the things we need to do, we'll be fine.
Sure. You know, lastly for you, what game has been the most memorable for you? What moment or what game from that moment is just like, wow, this is a really cool experience being here in Division II?
Probably the Saginaw Valley game at home. You know, we were down. We fought back, and, you know, I made plays, Robbie made plays, everybody made plays, and it was fun. It was a great atmosphere, so I'm going with that one.
Well, thanks for joining me here today, guys. Once again, the GLIAC quarterfinals will be tomorrow night, Tuesday at 7 p.m. here at the DU Student Center. Come on out and join us for some exciting basketball. And for everything else men's hoops, you can visit dupanthers.com.